Testing, testing. All right. I wanted to share my love of puzzles with you. There we go. Okay, so I like playing Sudoku. If you've never played Sudoku, basically you need to get every number from 1 through 9, each row only once, each column, and each 3 by 3 box. So, if you have a 1 right here, you can't have a 1 anywhere here, and anywhere inside the box with it either. Um, Given those rules, you can solve the puzzle. Let's try a medium. And I like to do my numbers in order. So I can see this one and this one prevent the one in this box from being in the first 2 rows. And then this one and this one prevent it from being in these columns. So it's on the bottom row and it's in this middle column. That's my second to last one. So as a rule, if 4 digits are kind of pointing to the same box, you definitely have the location of where that number should go. And for this box with the ones, that is here. And that is my final one. Moving on to 2. So 2 in this box can be here or here. So what you do when you play Sudoku, sometimes when your options are limited, you can do what's called a pencil mark. So I can write a little 2 and a little 2 right here to remind me that 2 can only be in those places in that box. And I can do that down here as well. So it can't be in this row, it can't be in this row, and it can't be in this column. So it's restricted to either of those boxes. 2 is restricted to one of 3 boxes here. Restricted to only 2 boxes here. And like it can be in 3 boxes here as well. On a medium, I usually like to just mark when there's only 2 positions available, because there's usually enough given digits for you to figure out the rest on a medium. 3s, and I'll speed up a little bit because right. So now, since this is there's some neat logic here. So 3 in this box couldn't be on this row. And now that we know that the 3 in this box has to be in this column, we can also say that the 3 in this box below it cannot be in this column. So 3s are now relegated down to here. And since we know that 3s are relegated to this column and 3s are relegated to this column, then we know that our final 3 in this box is only in one place. That's pretty cool. 4s. go there. 4 is final 2. Now this box is almost full, so we can tell which are these final 2, and it will be 4 and 9. And we don't know which order those are in yet, so we'll leave them as pencil marks. But that does something to the rest of this row. Means that 4 or 9 couldn't be in this whole, all these 4 boxes. This one's getting pretty full as well. We can fill this in. 1, 2, 3. So it's missing 4, it's missing 8, and it's missing 9. So we can pencil those in. This sees the 8, so it can only be 4 or 9. This sees a 4 and an 8, so it has to be 9. And yeah, and then you'd only have 4 or 8 left, so this has to be 4 and this has to be an 8, and we're finished with that box. Now we have the 4s looking into this box. Where do we put a 4? Only in this space. 4 is now limited here. Actually, since the 4s have to be in this row, 4 has to go down here in this box. Right. 4 can only go here in this box, so that resolves this this box. Nice. I like the mediums whenever that kind of stuff happens, because yeah, when you get into expert, master, and extreme, you end up just pencil marking the entire puzzle, and then you don't get to get the cool, quick logic that comes in these medium puzzles. Let's mark this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Missing 5, missing 8, and 9. Oh, this seems to be able to be any of those. This can't be 5. Oh, so we have an 8, 9 pair in here, so this has to be 5. Now this has to be. Now this has to be 2. And now this has to be 2. Now this has to be. And now this has to be 2. And our final 2 in the board is right there. Okay. Going pretty quickly. What's left in this row? 7 and 9. Well, we have a 7 there, so this has to be 9. This has to be 7. This now has to be 7. This has to be 3. Now we know what this is because it's the only one left in this box. And it is a 9. About box. See, what are these? This is 3 and 9. Don't know order. What is 3, 9? We do know this is 5 and 7. And we do know the order because there's a 7 right there. So this is 5. This is 7. This is a 3, 9 pair. So this one can only be 8. Right. 8 is now limited to these boxes and this box. So this has to be 8. This is 9. This now has to be 3. This is 9. This is known. It is our 3. This is also known. Our 9. These 3 are now 6, 8, and what else? 5. 5, 6, 8. So this sees 6 and 8, so this is 5. 6, 8. Still don't think it's resolved just yet, but we do know that is 8. We do know what this number is. It is 3. Makes the 3. Now know this number is what? 8. Gives us our final 8. No, we have an 8 up here, but it does give us where it is. Now we know our there, which puts 6 here, 3. This is now a 7. This is 6, and we're done. Cool. My all-time best score. Took 10 minutes, 34 seconds. Bad.